We have a matchup coming up at Northern Gaming versus Copenhagen Flames. These guys are going to be going off. We've seen both these teams already today. Copenhagen Flames playing against Secrecy earlier on. Playing a series pretty close. What was... Oh, I'm totally forgetting what the matchup was on that.
What, as in what was the score, or?
Yeah.
I think it was 3-1.
I think you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
Yay, I got something right.
Against Secrecy, it was still pretty close games, though. Copenhagen Flames did start to really warm up. We talked about one of their players being a bit of a roller coaster. That'd be Saxon. So we're going to keep an eye out for him coming into this game against Northern Gaming. But Northern Gaming playing very strong throughout the series and kind of just letting loose in the last match there, knowing they already had the win. Probably not too concerned about their giving up that last point there. So we'll see if they can come out strong again. I mean, I really see Northern Gaming... or don't see Northern Gaming, sorry, really slowing down. I think that steamroll is probably going to play through. Don't really want to put too much doubt in Copenhagen Flames' end, but it just seems to be the way that it'll probably go.
Yeah, exact same thing as I said last time. You naturally bet on Northern Gaming. You do, and that's roughly where I'm going to go again on this one. Although it's going to be really interesting to see whether or not the Copenhagen Flames can step up to the marker throughout this series and really show off what they are capable of, because it's the same thing as I said last series. If they do not pass the entry exam, which is to actually challenge Northern Gaming in the middle ground of the field, then I reckon they just lose by default.
No, absolutely. The speed is just unreal. And we saw it come out in that last series against Team Solid. And Copenhagen Flames are going to have to really push hard. Early mistakes like this, though, could be what they need if they can capitalize on it. Northern Gaming, a little bit weird in their defense there, probably just trying to get their footing. Unfortunately for Copenhagen Flames, they weren't able really to take control of that one, and they will give up any kind of possession and real threat on the field here as they flop around on defense. All three of them push into that far side. Thankfully, they spread out a little bit. Could have got a little bit awkward there, but Devo will take control and push this one back down towards the other end as they finally get their footing. And I think this is where we'll see Northern Gaming really start to pull out some plays as Maestro tries to drop that one in front of the net. There's Devo. That one's going to go back to midfield. Remco with a shot to the far side into the corner. Devo will leave that one in favor of Maestro as he pushes that under the attacker. In front for Saxon. There's Remco off the backboard. Maestro ready in case that drops in any spot for him, but it won't because Remco is going to take it himself off the backboard.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate there. Waffle tries to go up. He hits the top of his goal. That is a Copenhagen shame right there, as it's put in for the early lead for Northern Gaming.
We warned you, chat.
We did.
Warned you.
We have a lot of these. What do you think our break was spent doing?
I'm just glad that they actually messed up at the beginning there because it gives us more time.
Our LCS caster, ladies and gentlemen.
Right here. Get ready. We're just practicing. Devo will get the possession away. Over to Waffle on that one. As he loses control of that. A little bit scrunched up there. Saxon will manage to break through with control. There's Big on net. Devo keeps that one to the side, leaving Remco and Maestro ready to move on out. Maestro with control. Can't get it past Waffle. Good contest there from him. Saxon to the top corner. Tries to find an open slot. Couldn't quite get it into the top shelf there. Will be stopped out by Devo. Now Maestro with control. Back down to the other end. A redirect. What a passing play over to Maestro.
That was ridiculous passing play between Maestro and Devo. Just taking out two players with that little touch, finding Maestro into the side and pushing that into the net. Northern Gaming just seem to have, like, it is a 3v3, but if you can, they can just turn it into like a 2v3 at any time and continue to put together amazing plays.
Incredible. Now 2 goals up, and that last one looking fancy. They get another one. 3 people in net, and no one can stop it. That's a little bit awkward now for Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, there's everyone in net there. There's no one there to Copenhagen blame. And that is 3-0. Same position that Copenhagen Flames found themselves earlier on, where they took an early differential in goals. Ended up coming back towards the end of the series there and looking much stronger, but this is a much more difficult team that they're taking on this time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, sure, secrecy was at the top of the leaderboards there, but I mean, it still doesn't mean that, you know, you're going to pace up the same against a team like Northern Gaming. It's going to be a completely different feel, completely different experience. And it's not going to be as Copenhagen tame as that match.
Nice! Maestro gets that one into the side. I had a point I was going to make, but that one was sharp enough to make it for me. And Northern Gaming just taking over overall. However, I'm quite liking what Copenhagen Flames are doing at the back. They're kind of waiting for it, but it's the same problem that Team Solid had. Just as soon as it gets towards that halfway point, you panic, you try and put the ball onto net, and Northern Gaming just take control of the play yet again. It's
just giving away the possession. I mean, that's the issue. When you just keep giving away possession, Saxon had a chance and he loses control. Oh my goodness. And yeah, it's just giving away possession. They're finally, we have the ball. Let's hit it as hard as we can. And that's an issue that both of these teams against Northern Gaming have had. And they know just to wait back and say, well, they're eventually going to give possession to us. We're going to take control and send it back down towards the other net just like that.
Yeah, just launching that one in. That's going to allow every single player on Northern Gaming to now have a goal to their name. Devo catching up with the bumper of his car, and that is going to send it as powerful as possible towards the net. Copenhagen Flames' rotation just not solid enough right now. They're trying to get themselves a goal quick, but 4-0 could just very well be the end of this one. 5-0? Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. And this just doesn't seem to be a Copenhagen game.
No, it really isn't right now. Maestro and the rest of his team just looking really solid. I know, we're going to burn through all of these.
I know, right off the bat.
Come on, we got to pace them out a little bit.
Pace them out. All right. Yeah, I think you underestimate how much I have in my arsenal right now.
I've got all of them, mate. I've gone through the entire alphabet.
Waffle, no! He had an open net shot there, and he just whiffs hard on that. And I mean, when you're given those opportunities, especially against Northern Gaming, you need to put those in. Those are the ones you can't give up, and it just ends up flopping around and turning into a counterattack for Northern Gaming.
It's so awful to try and take on Northern Gaming in the very first ever match you play them. I honestly believe that if this team just went onto standard ranked, they would all be 1, 2, and 3 within a week. They would, because every single time you play them, you've got to try and adjust them. If you play them once, you're never adjusting them. So we shall give Northern Gaming the title of the best of one team out there in the world.
All right, the official title has been given now. Granted to them by Shogun. Waffle, please. Saxon.
That was
Brazil.
Beautiful.
Can it happen?
It can. I mean, Waffle, there's a fake right there, took out 2 players. And Saxon turns that one into the net. I tell you what, if you've had 6 scored against you and you're only going to score the 1, have it be as good as that one.
Honestly, you're right. That actually was a fantastic goal. We need to give credit to them. Hundo P. But now I want to see that Brazil come out.
Yeah, it has to happen at this point. It's been a very good starting game from Northern Gaming. They are not going to lose this one from this position. Saxon, they just want more individual plays, and every time they get it down to dribble rather than trying to take it into the air, Copenhagen Flames actually look like a solid test towards this Northern Gaming defense.
Look how slow Northern Gaming is playing this ball right now. They are just walking with it through the park, a nice little stroll. And they're still keeping possession and moving it down for an attack. Like, it's incredible how they can just pace to anything and still have control of the game. And I'm not sure we're going to be able to see, maybe actually, that Brazil, if Maestro can roll that in front of the net to Devo. No! Maestro wasn't there. And that will drop down. No Brazil. Rip.
No Brazil there whatsoever. But that is going to be the end of our first game in this 4-game series. 6-1. And Copenhagen Flames will hopefully not see more of the Copenhagen same as we continue throughout this tournament.
Yeah, well, you said it. I mean, a 6-1 is probably not what they're going to want to look for the next 3 games. I mean, a battering like that isn't going to feel good. You're really going to want to try to fix something, whether it's just stay a little more solid on defense, take the shots as much as possible, keep that score low. Even if you're losing at a lower score, it's still going to feel a little better than a 6-1.
Yeah, certainly is. That was at least a solid performance for them towards the end, but they had the problem that every team seems to have, which is they allowed Northern Gaming to come towards them. They allowed that team play to start coming through. Even individual play coming out from Northern Gaming went unchallenged for the most part. And whilst Northern Gaming only took 9 shots, when 66% of them are going in, you know you're offering up too much space.